was walking the wayside, lost on a lonely road. I was chasing the highlight, trying to satisfy my soul. All the lies I believed in left me crying like the rain. Then I saw lightning from heaven, and I've never been the same. I'm gonna climb a mountain, I'm gonna shout about it. I am a child of love. I found a world of freedom, I found a friend in Jesus. I am a child of love. I felt the sting of the fire, but I saw you in the flames. Just when I thought it was over, you broke me out of the grave. I'm gonna climb a mountain, I'm gonna shout about it. I am a child of love. I found the world of freedom, I found a friend in Jesus. I am a child of love. I am a child of love. Nothing can change the way you love me. Nothing can change the way I belong to you. Yes, I do. Nothing can separate. Nothing can change the way you love me. Nothing can change the way I belong to you. Yes, I do. Nothing can separate. I'm gonna climb a mountain, I'm gonna shout about it. I am a child of love. I found a world of freedom, I found a friend in Jesus. I am a child of love. I'm gonna climb a mountain, I'm gonna shout about it. I am a child of love. I found a world of freedom, I found a friend in Jesus. I am a child of love. I am a child of love.
The people are depressed and angry. We can't live with each other and we can't live with ourselves, so everyone's medicated. We pass each other on the streets, and if we do speak, it's meaningless robotic communication. More people want 15 seconds of fame than a lifetime of meaning and purpose, because what's popular is more important than what's right. 92% of songs on the radio are about sex. Kids don't play tag, they play twerk videos. The average person watches 5 hours of television a day, and it's more violence on the screen than ever before. Technology has given us everything we could ever want, and at the same time stolen everything we really need. Pride is at an all-time high, humility an all-time low. Everybody knows everything, everybody's going somewhere, ignoring someone, blaming somebody. Not many human beings left anymore. A lot of human doings, plenty of human lingerings in the past. Not many human beings. Money is still the root of all evil, yet we tell our kids don't get that degree. The jobs don't pay enough. Good deeds are only done when there's a profit margin. Videos of the misfortunes of others go viral. We laugh and share them with our friends to laugh with us. Our role models today, 60 years ago, would have been examples of what not to be. Companies invest millions of dollars hiring specialists to make little girls feel like they need makeup to be beautiful, permanently lowering their self-esteem because they will never be pretty enough to meet those impossible standards. Corporations tell us, buy, get this, get that. You must keep up, you must fit in. This will make you happy, but it never does for long. So what can we do in the face of all this madness and chaos? What is the solution? We can love. Not the love you hear in your favorite song on the radio. I mean real love, true love, boundless love. You can love each other from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed. Perform an act of kindness because that is contagious. We can be mindful during every interaction, planting seeds of goodness, showing a little more compassion than usual. We can forgive because 300 years from now, will that grudge you hold against your friend, your mother, your father have been worth it? Instead of trying to change others, we can change ourselves. We can change our hearts. We've been sold lies, brainwashed by our leaders and those we trust, and not recognize our brothers and sisters, and to exhibit anger, hatred, and cruelty. But once we truly love, we will meet anger with sympathy, hatred with compassion, cruelty with kindness. Love is the most powerful weapon on the face of the earth. Robert Kennedy once said that few will have the greatness to be in history, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all those acts will be written the history of a generation. So yes, the world is coming to an end, and the path towards a new beginning starts within you.
Wow, it is dark in here. There's a lot of darkness in this room right now. I am surrounded completely by darkness. It's so full of darkness. But I'll tell you this, it is amazing what one little light can do. One small light can push back a whole lot of darkness. The Bible says in John chapter 1 that in Jesus was life, and the life was the light of men. That the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness could not overcome it. It goes on to say, and everything was created through him, that nothing, not one thing came into being without him. What came into existence was life, and this life was light that we could live by. And the life light blazed out of the darkness, and the darkness could not ever put it out. Today I want you to think about, and I want you to understand that the very thing light can do to darkness, darkness cannot ever do to light. So I brought a great big box of darkness with me today. Now, I hope you're not afraid. I will tell you this, if you're afraid of the dark, you do not want to look in this box. But here it is, a whole box of darkness. Are you ready? I'm just going to just turn it loose. So here we go. All right, so what's the problem? Well, actually, there is no problem. There's no problem because darkness cannot overcome light. Darkness cannot put out the light. Now keep that in mind, and let's talk about our random acts of kindness, the ones I asked you to do this last week. Now I know this is a school where most of the kids are kind. They do kind things and are kind to each other. It's the major goal of our school. It is far more important than math, science, and English. And I know this is a good place. So what I was hoping would happen, what I wanted you to do, was I wanted you to see it. It's important that you recognize kindness, both the kindness you give and the kindness you receive. You see, just because good things are happening around you doesn't mean that you'll see it. I wanted you to stop, see it, think about it, and take note of it. When you look around, what do you see? Well, it kind of depends on what you want to see, doesn't it? If you're looking for some ugliness, oh yeah, you'll find it. We can look around, and we don't have to look very far to see bad things, things that aren't right and things that aren't fair. But if that's all we focus on or think about, then the darkness would appear to do what we just said was impossible for it to do. It would appear that darkness has overcome the light. Now, right now, you're in a good place. Of course, you don't think so because all you see is homework, math, journal, reading group. You see that kid that looked at you weird. Yeah, I get that. I get those looks too. But that doesn't change the truth that this is a good place. You guys, for the most part, are very kind and helpful to each other. But you don't stop long enough to think about it and appreciate it. It's just homework, journal, math, line up, raise your hand, zip it. And then outside of school, well, really? Yeah, it's bad out there. It's hopeless. Well, what are you doing about it? Nothing. I'm doing nothing. That's what I'm doing. Well, why not? I'm doing nothing because the job is too big and I am too small. Well, you know what? You're half right and you're half wrong. The job is too big, but you are not too small. I just showed you how a little amount of light can overcome and chase away a whole lot of darkness. I also showed you last week that the Bible plainly says we were made, that we are here for this purpose. We are created for good works. We were made to push back a whole lot of darkness with a little bit of kindness. Now, if any of you guys have known me for even a short while, you know that I'm the last guy to say, hey, everybody, well, let's just think happy thoughts. Let's put on a happy face, everyone. Let's skip through the flowers until rainbows fly out our ears. Yeah, that's not me. I'm not a Smurf. I'm not even a Care Bear. But I do know my job is to tell you what is true, to explain to you how life works. And this is what is true. You and I were created to write a better story. I know, and you already know, a lot of the bad stories. But if a very little light can push back a whole bunch of darkness, I know for a fact that a few good stories can overcome a whole lot of the bad stories and actually change your world.
There are lots of ideas how you can change the world. Some people think you should just complain about it. That won't change the world, it'll just make it bad. Some people think you have lots of money, make it rain everywhere you go. Holla for $1. Some people think you have to be really loud and yell a lot. It's like with a bullhorn shouting, hey you, do it my way right now, you heard? Other people choose to just make fun of everything. That's dumb, everyone's dumb. It's easy to make fun of stuff, but it's cooler to make stuff. Some people think changing the world can only be done by the smartest person in the world. Just put them in a room, let them figure it out. The solution of world hunger? Food. Wow, that was so amazing. Some people see the bad in the world and they just decide to ignore it, but that won't help anything. Some people think you have to be really famous and super cool. In fact, lots of people think you have to be really powerful to make a difference, like being mayor or senator or president. But the truth is, a title doesn't make you more important. The world is changed by you. It's one person filled with love, and they just have to live it out, so they do something awesome. Then that person is filled with love, and they do something awesome. It just goes on and on and on and on. And the next thing you know, everything's awesome. Some people think it's impossible to change the world.
It's impossible to change the world.
Well, you can see why they could think that. Living in the world with kids who are hungry, people who are homeless, families weren't happy. I'm just trying to figure it out like everybody else, man. I do know this, though. Next time you feel overwhelmed or totally alone, remember this. Things don't have to be the way they are. The world is changed by ordinary people. Little people living out big love. And that's what gives the world a reason to dance.
So here's what I want us to do. Let's give it one more week. Let's not only find reasons to be kind, let's go out of our way to look around and start noticing some real kindness. The good things that are happening around us every single day. Don't do it for me. Do it for you.
Jesus' blood. not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly trust in Jesus' name. Christ alone, the cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord of darkness seems to hide His face. I rest on His unchanging grace, and every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within me. My anchor holds within Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. Through the storm, He is Lord, Lord of He shall come with trumpet sounds. Oh, may I then in Him be found, dressed in His righteousness.